Welcome to Scrum Masters Elite _UK. Subscribe to the channel to discover young talent rugby spirit.
Ruben Love, the young Hurricanes midfielder, was encouraged by former All Black Justin Marshall to take the field in the All Blacks' first Test match against France in Christchurch on July 4. With his recent appearances in Super Rugby Pacific, Ruben Love is gradually proving his worth in the number 10 position, a role many consider the linchpin of the team. Experienced players like Damian McKenzie or Beauden Barrett are already accustomed to international pressure and the spotlight. When a young player is mentioned alongside such established names, it evokes a mix of emotions, both expectations and the invisible pressure that any young athlete must face. What particularly impressed me was how Justin Marshall analyzed why Ruben Love should be given the opportunity. He didn't just focus on skill, but also on Love's passion and connection to the number 10 position. Marshall emphasized that Ruben had played in this position from his early age groups and that the number 10 jersey was the most beautiful jersey to him.
This may seem like a small detail, but it carries great significance. It highlights the importance of aligning personal affinity with professional responsibility. When a player feels genuinely comfortable and confident in their role, the energy and creativity they bring to the team are immeasurable. I realized that this insight applies to any area of life. We are often tempted to take the safe path, relying on others' experience or reputation, rather than recognizing our own potential or that of others. Much like choosing McKenzie or Barrett, in life we often follow paths that have already proven successful. But sometimes, to grow and explore new possibilities, we need the courage to give opportunities to the young, to new ideas, or to paths no one has yet tried. Ruben Love was chosen not because Marshall wanted to replace seasoned players, but because it was the right time to experiment, to develop, and to demonstrate that the All Blacks can still achieve something different. Another point that made me reflect was Ruben Love's willingness to play any position when asked. This shows flexibility and readiness to sacrifice, yet when directly asked about his preference, he candidly expressed his love for the number 10 role.
This sends an important message. Sometimes, to succeed, we need to be honest with ourselves. Knowing what we want, understanding our strengths, and facing challenges through those strengths is how we create lasting value, not just for ourselves, but for the team around us. Marshall also raised strategic and thought-provoking questions. Are we ready to step out of our comfort zones? Do we have the courage to change the lineup, try new tactics, and accept risks to move forward? I cannot help but relate this to myself and how I face changes in life. Many times, we feel safe following familiar paths, relying on past successes, and fearing uncertainty. But only by stepping out of our comfort zones and experimenting with new ideas can we truly grow. Ruben Love and Marshall's message are vivid reminders that sometimes, calculated boldness is the only path to genuine success. What I learned from this situation is the value of thorough preparation combined with passion and the confidence to perform. Ruben Love did not simply wait for the opportunity to come. He prepared so that when it arrived, he could shine.
This is an important lesson for any fan, athlete, or young person. Opportunities do not always present themselves, but when they do, we must be ready to seize them and turn them into a stepping stone. Rugby, and sports in general, is not only about matches or results. It is where faith, patience, courage, and teamwork are most vividly expressed. When we cheer for Ruben Love, we are also supporting those values, trusting young talent, encouraging boldness, and appreciating individual efforts for the collective. I realize that this spirit can extend into everyday life, supporting others to challenge themselves, trusting in their efforts, and evaluating success not only by results but by courage and responsibility shown. Marshall emphasized that, to move forward, the All Blacks need to reassess their entire strategy, from the lineup and attack to defense and game plans. This reflects a deep truth in both rugby and life. Progress never comes from maintaining the status quo. Change, challenging oneself, and trying what has never been done is the only path to improvement.
Ruben Love, in the number 10 position, is not just a player, he is a symbol of new opportunities, calculated change, and the belief that the world can witness a different approach. I also learned a profound lesson about leadership from coach Dave Rennie and Justin Marshall in this case. They recognize potential, weigh risks, yet dare to make tough decisions and create conditions for young talent to flourish. In daily life, this reminds me that leadership is not just about management or issuing orders, but about identifying talent, providing opportunities, and balancing experience with innovation. The greatest message I take away is this: courage combined with preparation and honesty with oneself. We need the courage to challenge ourselves, the preparation to seize opportunities when they arise, and the honesty to know our true strengths and passions. This is not only a lesson for young athletes but a vivid message for anyone seeking a new direction in their career or personal life. Finally, I feel a deep sense of hope for all fans. Rugby, like life, is constantly changing, and decisive moments, like choosing Ruben Love to start, reflect a spirit of innovation and stepping beyond limits. It is a reminder that trust, patience, and measured risk-taking lead to well-deserved success. When we witness a young talent shine, we see not only a player on the field but inspiration for ourselves to believe in our own potential.
Dare to try, believe in young talent, and step out of your comfort zone. See you in the next match.